The smiles are still on their faces despite a state of emergency. It's what they're known for and what they believe keeps visitors coming back. Long a top tourist destination, Thailand's image has been tarnished by scenes like this in months of political turmoil. It's now had to cut expectations for the year from the original 16 million visitors to 10 million. For a country where tourism makes up at least 5% of the GDP and employs more than 2 million people, that's a big problem.
The part is the globalization, but mainly it's because our politics. By June this year, if the money soft loan is not coming out to help the people, then we believe we're going to lose about 200,000 people. Job.
It's peak season, but there aren't as many tourists as usual. Thousands have cancelled their reservations. At an emergency meeting, industry leaders agreed they need government intervention now. But officials are determined to remain optimistic, saying 64% of tourists are repeat visitors who know that any political upheavals might be slightly inconvenient but not harmful to them.
In the last 10 years, never that the international tourists were harmed by any political means. Instead, they all agree that international visitors are very important guests for our country.
This is Khao San Road, Backpacker Central, a haven for the young adventurous tourists on a budget. Now, for many of those here, the troubles in last week's riots were simply a blip on the road. They say it would take much more than that to keep them from coming to Thailand.
Here, you know, it's none of my business, it's their business, and enjoy the country, yeah.
We kind of had second thoughts. We were like, we'll kind of just play it by ear, really, see what happens, to see if we find.
To reassure tourists and lure visitors back, those in the industry are working out a strategy. But that's only likely to be a short-term solution. Even if the show goes on, unless the nation's political woes are dealt with, Thailand's public face won't be able to disguise its inner turmoil for very much longer. And that's likely to keep visitors at bay. Margo Ortigas, Al Jazeera, Bangkok.